there, I'm Jules. Nice to see you. The word of the day today is pozzoli. If you didn't know what that is, that's okay, because I didn't know what it was either until very recently. Pozzoli is a kind of soup from Mexico or a Spanish-speaking country that I don't know. If you'd like to know why pozzoli is the word of the day, watch my next video and then read the description to find out. Hey babes, we're back playing Astrologaster for the 5th time, I think. You know what? We're just gonna get into it. I'm just so mad that I messed up Avis's and Simon Foreman's relationship. Because I don't understand things because I am autistic. Story of my life. It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. Okay. We already did. I think we already did this. Yeah, I think we already did this. Okay. Thank you, Emilia. I like this guy.
Good day, senor, and well met.
Tis I, Riccardo Ferraro, come once again to see the great Dottore Simon Foreman.
Indeed, I did recognize you, senor. How may I assist you this day?
I am ill. I tell you my problems. First problem, I do make a chandar in the morning. Next problems, my belly does swell and my chest tis a most tender to the touch. And now, for the very most terrible of problems. I have the big fears. One moment I do weep, and the next I do curse and gnash my teeth. So, Dottore, you tell what ails me, huh? You wanna make a water into this cup? Un momento, I make the water.
Nay, not in my... prithee, hold. If you please, senor. As with our previous consultations, I shall be judging your illness by reading the stars.
So, you need not my...
Nay, senor, I have no need of it. Whilst 'tis true that most physicians do spy and sniff their patients' urine, I find this method of piss-pot diagnosis most imprecise. Indeed, the practice is quite primitive. 'Tis my belief that if medicine is to advance in this modern age, we must all adopt a more scientifical method. I am quite sure history will bear me out on this question.
This scientifical method. 'Tis reading my diagnosis in the stars?
Precisely so. Speaking thereof, perchance we may consult the stars now. What illness troubles Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
I'm making the water. I suffer from a swollen belly, a tender chest, chundering, and moodiness. What ails me? Signor Ferraro is troubled with apoplexy, a condition of the brain provoked by a sudden fit. It affects sensory perception and causes swollen neck veins, memory loss, and gnashing of the teeth. Uranus in retrograde. This suggests a mild enchantment cast by a witch. Pluto in retrograde. This indicates the illness will get worse before it gets better. Aries, ruler of the brain. Signor Ferraro suffers from mattering in the breast, which is a gathering of corrupt matter in the chest area, occasioning pain in the breast. Mars falling in Cancer. This suggests a mild imbalance of choler, yellow bile. Cancer, ruler of the chest. Signor Ferraro is with child! The moon falling in Scorpio. This suggests the condition will not last long. Venus in detriment in Scorpio. This suggests a mild imbalance of phlegm in the body. Mercury. This indicates a psychological factor. Denial. Scorpio, ruler of the reproductive system. You know, I just kind of don't think that Signor Ferraro is pregnant, because I don't think that they had many pregnant men in this time. I just don't think that's a thing. I'm gonna say this one. I chose Cancer.
Worry not, Signor. You are merely troubled with a mattering in the breast. I advise you to take to bed and cover yourself with sheets that have been warmed before a fire. But you must not sleep, nor may you eat or drink, for food and drink would serve to increase the corrupt phlegm and matter in your chest.
Mattering in the breast. Most dottori would say my problems do not match the signs of mattering in the breast. But you, Signor Foreman, are not most dottori, eh? You are genius of the medicine who does find true meaning in the stars. I thank you, Signor Foreman, for your advice has been most enlightening. Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day.
This guy's a weirdo. I love him. The querent did present... Oh, okay. Querent Riccardo Ferraro, seen October 12th, 1597 at 1. The querent did present with symptoms of a tender chest, swollen abdomen, involuntary upward purging, and moodiness. I did diagnose mattering in the breast, and advised the querent to take to bed and refrain from eating, sleeping, and drinking. Methinks the querent took my advice rather ill. Really? Because I thought he accepted it in the end. No! He took away my letters of recommendation. I must remember to record this cluster shambles of a diagnosis before I forget the details. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want me to say that you were with child? Because I don't think you would have taken that very well, sir. Oh, this is the hypochondriac guy.
Good day, Mr. Mugg. Pray tell, did the matter with the, cherries resolve itself in the end?
Aye, indeed. I did tell my friend, Mr. Sprottle, what you said about how my shouting at him was owing to an upset of bile in my spleen. I also did speak to him on the evils of onions. I think he was most interested.
And what may I assist you with this day, Mr. Mugg?
I have the spotted fever. I must begin treatment now, or else I will...
Hold, sir. The spotted fever is exceeding rare. Why would you think you have such a disease?
Well, sir, not only am I covered all over in red spots, I have lately taken to chundering, such as are the very symptoms listed in the medical book I did read. I am already taking the treatment Mr. Cogan prescribes, but now I require...
You mean to say you have read Thomas Cogan's Haven of Health? Why, that is a most technical book, written for doctors and medical students. How did you come to be reading it?
My friend George Sprottle did bind a printing of it in his shop. He kindly let me spy some pages afore 'twas sent up to Cambridge. Oh, but Dr. Foreman, I forget myself. You have no medical degree, so you doubtless have not read it. Mayhap if I ask George nicely...
Sir, let us consult the stars and see if they may tell us what ails you.
Rude. Treat me for the spotted fever. Mugg suffers from hypochondria induced by the appearance of benign pimples on the privy member. This suggests hypochondria. Venus in detriment in Scorpio. This suggests a mild imbalance of phlegm. Scorpio, ruler of the privy member. Mugg is troubled with evil digestion. Mars falling in Cancer. This indicates a mild imbalance of yellow bile. Choler. Cancer, ruler of the stomach. Mugg has the spotted fever. The sun falling in Libra. This suggests the illness is chronic but intermittent. Libra, ruler of the skin. I'm gonna say he has hypochondria, because that's what it sounds like.
The spots on your privy member suggest a mild venereal disease. Such pustules can appear so foul in appearance as to induce involuntary upward purging, as is the case here. It's also indicated that you suffer from hypochondria.
Dr. Foreman, did you not hear me? I said nothing of spots being on my yardle. On my word, I know not why folk even bother with doctors. Not now we have books to consult. One thing more, if you please, Dr. Foreman, for I feel I must give ye warning. A great storm is coming. I feel it in my bones, and my bones do always speak true. You would do well to bide indoors at the first sign of wind and rain. God keep ye well, Dr. Foreman.
What, he wanted me to say he had spotted fever? So I'm not supposed to be honest. I'm just supposed to tell these people what they want to hear. Querent, Nicholas Mugg. Seen October 14th, 1597 at 9. The querent did present with red spots and involuntary upward purging. I did diagnose pimples on the privy member and hypochondria. The querent departed before I could prescribe treatment. Methinks the querent took my advice rather ill. Loser. Loser. Now that common folk know how to read, we shall soon have no more need of doctors. Yeah. Okay.
Almighty God, thy servant Thomas Black, reach forth thy gracious hand, and slap sense into him.
I need that.
Good morrow, Dean Blagg. How fare you this day?
Well, Dr. Foreman, I must own that I do not fare well, for my recent investments have left me in a rather vexing financial position.
Verily, that is ill to hear.
Aye, Sir Walter Raleigh's quest for El Dorado failed most woefully, just as you predicted. His ships did return loaded with naught but a few sacks of worthless root vegetables. I cannot fathom it. We are Englishmen. We do not eat vegetables.
Aye, a disappointing outcome indeed.
Oh, but that is all by the by. For you will be pleased to know that I put my remaining fortune into a new venture so assured of success that I will make all my money back and more.
Assured, you say? How very reassuring.
I have invested in an expedition to intercept a fleet of Spanish ships carrying gold back from the New World. For this expedition, Sir Walter Raleigh will be joined by that famous military genius, Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex. So success is virtually guaranteed. There is but one small worry, however.
Ah, only one?
Aye. 'Tis that Raleigh and Essex set sail full 2 months past, but there is yet no tidings of them. Such silence is a trifle vexing. Have they yet captured the Spanish treasure ships? Surely no ill has befallen them.
A most vexing mystery indeed. Let us see whether the stars can tell us what has become of this expedition.
Uh-oh. Will my investment in an expedition to capture Spanish treasure ships pay off? Let's see. Angels will vest their blessings upon Blagg, but he must be patient. Saturn, this represents time and aging, house of good angels. Blagg is a lazy fantasist who indulges in an excess of creative thinking. Mercury, this suggests creativity. Venus in detriment in Scorpio, this indicates laziness. House of the querent. Let's see. A violent battle is being waged in a foreign clime. Mars falling in Cancer, this suggests violence. Blood is being shed. House of foreign countries. God has granted Blagg good intuition. Neptune, this represents instinct, house of God's help. The moon shines its benevolent light upon the Blagg family fortune. The moon, this represents domesticity, house of finances. Blagg has been careless with his financial legacy. Jupiter in detriment and retrograde. This indicates a reversal due to carelessness, house of legacy. The expedition has been endangered by secret information from an untrustworthy authority. Untrustworthy? How very dare the stars throw shade upon my honor thus? My skill in reading navigational coordinates in the stars is unimpeachable. The sun falling in Libra. This represents an untrustworthy authority. House of secrets. Raleigh and Essex are sailing their ships in the wrong direction and will suffer a reversal of fortune. Uranus is in retrograde. This represents a reversal of fortune. Pluto is in retrograde. This suggests a backwards transformation. House of business partners. I'm not going to say this because that incriminates me. I'm going to say this one.
Wondrous tidings! Your family's fortune is soon to be restored, and you may thank God for it. For it was he that inspired you to invest in such a well-led expedition. Raleigh and Essex have come upon the Spanish treasure fleet, and a violent battle off the coast of Spain is being waged this very hour.
Verily, blessed day! O Heavenly Father, I give thanks unto thee for both thy mercy and thy business savvy.
I thought... I thought... Okay. That's not what I wanted to do. Querent, Thomas Blagg. Seen October 14th, 1597 at 10. The querent did wish to know whether his investment in an expedition to capture Spanish gold would pay off. I did tell the querent that the expedition would be successful. Methinks the querent was pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. So close! I wonder what Mistress Blagg has ordered for dinner. Would it be that swan pie? Swan pie. Ew.
Why must this wench act so distressed? Mayhap she can't abide a jest. No word from love and his professed. What an ungrateful lady! What an ungrateful lady!
Okay.
Good day, Mistress Lanier. Pray, come in and take comfort by the fire. The wind is fierce and cold this day.
Did you see him this time, Dr. Foreman? He did it again. He ran off the moment he saw me.
See who, madam?
Your patient, Signor Ferraro.
Ah, verily? Indeed, I was expecting him to come for a consultation this day. But he changed his mind and ran off, you say. How very mysterious.
Truly, 'tis as if all men are determined to use me ill.
Surely not all men, madam. I, for one, remain most devotedly at your service. My dear lady, I do not need to read the stars to see that something grave has befallen you. Pray, tell me what it is.
Yesterday I did meet with Mr. Shakespeare to discourse upon our new play, which is to open this week at the theatre in Shoreditch. But though I was determined not to confront him about the sonnets he wrote about me, 'twas difficult to hide the heaviness I did feel in his company.
I can well imagine, madam.
So then, well, he remarked upon my dark humour. To wit, he said to me, Amelia, your pretty brow does furrow, so I will kiss it smooth.
And I sense that you did not receive this well?
Indeed, I did not. Forsooth, I was so enraged by this, I reversed my flagon of ale full over his head.
Ah.
Whereon he rose from his stool, declaring I was the most ungrateful and unworthy wench in all of Christendom, and then he flew out of the tavern like a bat from out the gates of hell.
A most vivid image, and no doubt most apt. Men who work in playhouses are prone to indulging in such melodrama, of course. Why so many ladies care for such men in preference of those employed in solid, stable professions, I shall never understand.
And if only that were all. For this morning I saw a bill advertising our play posted on a wall in my street. It bears his name and not mine.
Verily? Surely not. Mayhap there has been some error made.
Nay, Dr. Foreman, 'tis no error, for I rushed to the theatre to see what was amiss, but I was refused admittance. Indeed, the player who came to the door denied all knowledge of my collaboration on the play. Methinks Mr. Shakespeare is exacting his petty vengeance upon me for rejecting his sly suit by denying me credit for my work. And he means to deal with me by pretending I do not exist, as if I were a ghost. Or is it he who has become the ghost? In truth, I am not yet sure how that metaphor should work.
What monstrous perfidy! Pray tell me what I might do to punish this wretched scribbler. Though I am not adept with a sword, I do have a book that instructs in how to command nefarious spirits.
Oh, prithee, sir, I am come not in search of vengeance, but to seek answers.
Answers.
As you know, I have been ill-treated by my husband, and now I am betrayed by Mr. Shakespeare. Pray, read the stars and answer me this, Dr. Foreman. Will I ever be able to trust, even love, a man again?
That's so sad. Will I ever be able to trust or love a man again? There's only one option? Oh, Jesus. Amelia's friends have been unworthy of her confidence. The sun falling in Libra. This represents untrustworthiness. House of friendships. The relationship betwixt Amelia and me is currently wrought by confusion. Neptune, this indicates confusion. House of relationship with querent. Amelia secretly wishes to commit adultery with a man of high intelligence. Mercury, this represents intelligence. Venus in detriment in Scorpio, this suggests adultery. House of secrets. God rewards men who invest time in their friendships with comely women. Saturn, this represents the passing of time. House of God's grace. Amelia's literary legacy has been betrayed by Mr. Shakespeare. Mars falling in Cancer. This indicates treachery. House of Legacy. Amelia should give in to her true feelings. The Moon. This suggests emotions. House of the Querent. Mistress Lanier is ignorant of the love she inspires, but her ignorance will be reversed. Jupiter in detriment and retrograde. This suggests hypocrisy. House of Love and Romance. Amelia's present adversity may bring change and new life in the form of a child. Uranus in retrograde. This indicates a sudden change brought about by a reversal. Pluto in retrograde. This suggests death being reversed. House of Children. Okay. I didn't have any other option. What did I do?
To your question of whether there yet be a man in this world worthy of your trust and affections, forsooth, I have never seen an arrangement of stars that speaks so clearly.
Verily? Then pray tell, what answer does it give?
My dear lady, the answer you seek need not be divined by reading the stars. It may be read in the signs you see before you now. To wit, the answer you seek is right in front of you.
I am afraid I do not follow, Dr. Foreman. 'Tis your feather quill, a half-eaten apple, your desk is a little untidy, and I must confess the symbolism in Flemish still-life painting has always quite confounded me. Take a skull, for instance. What sense does a skull make alongside a bowl of... Below. 'Tis clear to me now, your face was always hid in shadow, but 'tis you, Mr. Foreman. You are the man who has been prowling me these last months.
Dearest, loveliest Amelia, allow me to profess to you my undying admiration for your charms, which are not insignificant.
God's womb, et tu, Dr. Foreman. Fie, you of all men to betray me thus. But 'tis true. I now see the answer. For I know now never again to trust a man to guide me. Henceforth, I shall write under my own name, and when there are decisions to be made, I shall take my own counsel and make my own judgments. By the by, methinks I do at last understand that prediction you made for me some years ago, Dr. Foreman. The one about how belief is required if I am to succeed. 'Tis a belief I must hold not in the inevitability of my own personal success, but of the successes of the women who will come after me. Farewell, Dr. Foreman, and clean your desk. Verily, 'tis quite disgusting.
Oh my god, dude. That was rough. Querent, Amelia Lanier, seen October 14th, 1597 at 12. The querent did wish to know whether she will ever trust or love a man again. I did advise the querent that I was a man whom she could love and trust. Methinks the querent took my advice most ill. Yeah. We women will achieve equal treatment even if it takes us 100 years. Yes, girl. Male. Uh-oh. Sir, I must beseech you not to encourage my husband Nicholas in his fanciful notions. I bid you consider the trouble you are causing our family by emboldening his delusions. Your querent's long-suffering wife, Sarah Mugg.
Lancelot Moore is of a great house. Much does depend, much, on his choice of a spouse. He must be well, his consequence wealth, no matter the cost to love and to health.
Gorgeous.
Good day to you, young sir, and well met. You are Lancelot Moore of Middlesex, are you not? What an honour it is to welcome a son of the great house of Moore to my humble consulting chambers.
'Tis indeed I, Lancelot Moore. I will own it. But hear this. My family is ignorant of my designs in coming here, and I wish them to remain so. Which is why I come to you, Mr. Foreman, for methinks you are not such a man who would ever find himself in the company of a family such as ours.
Ah, well, you may count upon my discretion, Mr. Moore. And what is the matter that brings you this day?
'Tis that my family wish me to marry my wretched cousin Barbara.
And I take it you would not wish to comply?
Nay, I verily would not. Cousin Barbara is a vile little minx. She loves nothing more than to sport with me and play cruel japes. Last Christmas, she even hid a dead mouse in my mince pie.
The lady does seem most spirited.
The lady? Oh, pish. Cousin Barbara is hardly a lady, for she is not 14 years of age. It is most unnatural to ask a grown man to wed a child.
Indeed it is. 'Tis my belief that in these enlightened times we should consider...
Verily, Barbara be damned. My heart belongs to a true woman, not a freckled, scrawny slip of a girl. A full-blossomed woman.
A woman, you say?
Aye, Marion, my other cousin.
I see.
Ah, Marion. So beguiling are her shapely charms. Oh, to lie, if not to die, in Marion's arms. So soft her lips, so sweet her face. Oh, how I yearn for her embrace. In me she hath such passion stirred, a fever rises in mine.
What?
But nay, I pray for death, and would be martyred if from her I be thus parted. And so you see, you must help me forestall this wretched marriage, so that I might wed my sweet cousin Marion. Mr. Foreman? Mr. Foreman?
Yes, indeed. Let us see what the stars advise. How might Mr. Moore avoid this marriage to his cousin Barbara?
Cousins. How can I avoid marrying my cousin Barbara? If Moore spreads a rumor about Barbara being sexually active, the marriage plans will be abruptly cancelled. Uranus in retrograde. This represents a surprising reversal. Pluto in retrograde. This suggests a backlash provoked by sexual intercourse. House of rumors. Okay. An appeal to Moore's vanity may induce him to travel abroad. The sun falling in Libra. This suggests Moore is vain. House of foreign countries. Moore will be able to extract himself from this engagement once he has come of age and has control over his fortune. Saturn. This represents the passing of time and aging. House of wills and inheritance. Moore should betray his family by serving his country. He should go to war. Mars falling in Cancer. This represents treachery through war. House of service to others. Barbara is secretly unhappy about the marriage. The moon in detriment in Capricorn. This represents an unhappy woman, most likely Barbara. House of secrets. God's aid will come via cousin Barbara, who is both intelligent and rebellious. Mercury. This represents intelligence. Venus in detriment in Scorpio. This suggests a rebellious female, Barbara. House of God's help. What does Moore's intuition tell him about this marriage? Therein lies the key to unraveling his engagement. Neptune. This represents intuition, house of marriage. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
'Tis apparent you do not wish to marry your cousin Barbara. But have you considered whether she wishes to marry you?
Nay, but I cannot think why she would not want to marry me. I am exceeding eligible.
Aye, doubtless you are, Mr. Moore. But do you not think her unkind japes may indicate she harbours some degree of malice towards you?
Mayhap you are right. I did find a toad in my bed Thursday last. 'Tis as if Barbara were possessed by a demon.
Very possibly. And thus possessed, she may be distracted and not wholly aware of your, fine qualities. I advise you to simply bide your time. For the stars suggest she is a cunning maid who plans to thwart the marriage using a method of her own devising.
Verily? Then I will leave it all to Barbara, as you advise. But it shall be on your head if I'm forced to marry her, Mr. Foreman.
I don't like that. Querent, Lancelot Moore, seen October 16th, 1597, at 3. The querent did wish to know how to avoid marrying his cousin Barbara. I did tell the querent to bide his time, as doubtless his young cousin would find a way to put an end to the match herself. Methinks the querent was a little pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Mayhap I go this night to recite rhyming verse outside Marion's bedchamber. I saw that in a play. It worked wondrous well.
Hear ye, hear ye. Spanish Armada nears English coast. Nation prepares for invasion whilst Queen searches for missing navy. Hear ye.
As Spanish ships near our shores, the Queen's ground troops prepare for what promises to be a blood-soaked slaughter of Englishmen by continental Catholic savages. With England's coast undefended, experts predict Spanish ships will be sailing up the Thames to London within days. Sources in the royal court say the Queen is more than a little vexed by the absence of the Royal Navy, which experts describe as lost.
Wench, be sure to marry, lest ye be branded a witch. If Mary sees you keeping cats against you, she will snitch. Beware of Mistress Mary Payne, she is a nosy fa. La 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 la.
Blessed even, Dr. Foreman.
Mistress Payne, what brings you in such weather? 'Tis most dangerous to be about in it.
Oh, it takes more than a little wind and rain to forestall me from doing the Lord's work. Besides, foul weather is naught but God's righteous vengeance upon London for the sinful debauchery of its inhabitants.
Verily? Then I dread to think what northerners get up to of an evening.
Pray heed me carefully, Dr. Foreman, for 'tis on a most pressing matter that I am come. Doubtless you have heard the news. The Spanish Armada does sail once again towards England's shores. It seems this latest Armada was most unexpected.
Well, as 'tis oft said, no one expects the Spanish Armada.
'Tis very grave this time, for I have heard tell that our own warships are far away at sea, and with our coasts undefended, a Catholic horde may soon be sailing up the Thames to slay us all.
Aye, our situation is most grave indeed. But what would you have me tell you, Mistress Payne?
I wish to know whether the English fleet will arrive home in time to defend our shores, or might we ordinary folk be compelled to take up arms to defend ourselves? Dr. Foreman, are you ready to beat off the Catholics, come what may?
Am I ready to beat off the... Prithee, madam, let us pray the need never arises. Perchance the stars will offer us some reassurance. Will the Royal Naval Fleet return home in time to defend England from the Spanish Armada?
Okay. The Spanish Armada is coming. Will the Royal Navy return in time to defend England's coast? The Royal Navy is absent due to a reckless and misguided pursuit of gold. Jupiter in detriment and retrograde. This suggests misguided, careless actions. House of Wealth. Ambitions will be thwarted by confusion. Neptune, this suggests confusion. House of Hidden Valuables. Unpleasantness will result from a cunning plan to steal goods. Mercury, this indicates creativity. Venus in detriment in Scorpio. This suggests unpleasantness. House of Lost and Stolen Goods. Mistress Payne must rouse her neighbors to take up arms. Mars falling in Cancer. This counsels violence. House of Neighbors. The authorities cannot be trusted to uphold their duty to defend ordinary Englanders. The Sun falling in Libra. This suggests an untrustworthy authority. House of Duties. Catholic evil angels will have their plans thwarted by a deadly, unpredictable event. Uranus in retrograde. This represents a reversal due to an unpredictable event. Pluto in retrograde. This represents a reversal caused by death. House of Evil Angels. The Spanish fleet will be delayed due to the idleness of their sailors. The Moon in detriment in Capricorn. This indicates laziness. House of Journeys. I'm gonna say it's this one.
Madam, know you of Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex? Or of Sir Walter Raleigh, perchance?
Oh, young Lord Devereux, such a talented young man. My niece is especially taken with him.
Well, it would seem the pair did take the royal fleet on an expedition to intercept and seize gold being transported back to Spain from the New World. But their plan went awry, and now they are lost at sea. I am afeard that, short of a miracle, a Spanish invasion is indeed imminent.
Her Majesty would risk her realm and the lives of her subjects for the sake of gold. Then our present danger does not surprise me. England's downfall will be God's punishment for our Queen's greed and avarice.
Well, to be fair to Her Majesty, I do not imagine she gave Devereux and Raleigh permission to...
Oh, my days! With a Spanish invasion nigh, I know not how to calm my anxious passions. Methinks I shall take to bed with Paul and Matthew this even.
Oh, yes, I see. The book of Paul and the book of Matthew. Aye, verily. Holy Scripture does give great comfort to a distressed mind. God keep ye well, Mistress Payne.
Querent, Mary Payne, scene, October 17th, 1597, at 6. The querent did wish to know whether the Royal Navy would return home in time to defend England from the Spanish Armada. I did advise the querent that the Royal Fleet would not be back in time to defend our coast from the Spanish Armada. Methinks the querent was a little pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. My niece will be beside herself with worry. Mayhap I take her on a diverting outing to see the hangings at Tyburn. Gosh. Okay. Well, I'm going to call it here. I really like this game, and I'm going to keep playing it till the end, because I can. And thank you for being here with me, and watching, and helping me, and I promise you are helping me. Thank you for all of that. Please like and subscribe. It would mean so much to me, and I will see you later.